Question number 53. Now see, there are three partners X, Y and Z entered into partnership on 1st April to share profits and losses in the ratio 12:8:5. So their profit sharing ratio of these three partners are 12:8:5. So that means what will be the share of profit? For X it will be 12/25 because 12 plus 8 is 20 plus 5 is 25. So it will be 12/25. For Y it will be 8/25 and for Z it will be 5/25. So this is their share of profit. Now coming back to the question, it was provided that in no case Z's share in profits be less than 15,000 per annum. That means the guaranteed profit for Z. So here we can easily understand that Z is the guaranteed partner. Why? Because he has been given a guarantee of 15,000 of profit in a year. Means he should not get less than 15,000. If the profit is more, he can get more, but he should not get less than 15,000. So here Z is the guaranteed partner. Okay, so here Z is the guaranteed partner. Okay, now let us read. So that means what? A and B will be the X and Y will be the guaranteeing partners. So X and Y, both of them are the guaranteeing partners. Okay, now let us read the question further. Now see, the profits and losses for the period ended 31st March were. Now in this question 3 years profits are given. In the first year, that is 2011 to 12, the profit was 60,000. In the second year 12 to 13, the profit was 90,000. And in the third year, that is 13 to 14, there was a loss of 60,000. Pass necessary journal entries in the books of the firm. So that means in this question we have to show the journal entry for 3 years. Now for showing the journal entries of 3 years, we have to calculate the deficiency of within these 3 years. Okay, is there any deficiency or not? If there was any deficiency, how it was met? Okay, for this we need to do the working note and we need to make one table. Calculation, I have made the table. As you can see, since there are 3 years, so I have made 3 amount columns. One column for 2011 to 12, another column for 2012 to 13, and another column for 2013 to 14, and one column will be for particulars. Okay, now according to the question, in the first year what was the profit of the firm? 60,000. So we will write here profit of firm. Okay, profit of firm. In the first year the profit was 60,000. Okay, in the second year the profit was 90,000, but in the third year there was loss of 60,000. So since there was loss, so we will write in bracket 60,000. Bracket indicates minus balance. Don't forget, bracket indicates minus balance. So loss means negative, means minus, so we have given bracket over here. Okay, so this was the profit of the firm. Now how much guarantee was given to Z? 15,000. Means every year, means in this 3 years his guaranteed amount will be same, because see here 15,000 per annum means yearly he will get at least 15,000, should not be less than 15,000, means his profit at least minimum amount of or guaranteed amount of profit is 15,000. So we will write here C's guaranteed profit is 15,000 for all the 3 years. Here also 15,000, here also 15,000. and here also it will be 15,000. Now we will calculate C's actual profit. Okay, now in case 1 means in year 1, in the first year, that is 11 to 12, what was the profit of the firm? 60,000. That means 60,000 into 5 by 25. Okay, now what will be C's actual profit for year 2011 to 12? See here, 60,000 into what was this share? 5 by 25. So here you will write into 5 by 25. Then what should be the calculation? If we calculate, we will get 12,000. Okay, this one is the actual profit for 11 to 12. Now come to 12 to 13. So in the year 12 to 13, the profit of the firm was 90,000. So here we will take 90,000 into, again what is the share? 5 by 25. So here we will write 5 by 25. So now if we do the calculation, we will get 18,000. Now in the third year there was loss of 60,000. So now if we do the calculation of 60,000 into 5 by 25, there is a loss 60,000 into 5 by 25. So here we will get 12,000, but 12,000 is our loss, so we have written it in bracket. Okay, since it is a loss, so we have written in bracket this 12,000. We will calculate the deficiency. So deficiency, what is the formula of deficiency? Guaranteed profit minus actual profit. Okay, so this is the formula for deficiency. So what was the guaranteed profit in 2011? 15,000. And what was the actual profit? 12,000. So 12,000 minus, 15,000 minus 12,000, we will get 3,000. Now see, in 2012 to 13, how much guaranteed profit was given to C? 15,000. But how much actual profit he is getting? 18,000, which is more than the guaranteed profit. So that means in that case there will be no deficiency. So this year we don't have to calculate any deficiency for this year. Why? Because the actual profit is more than the guaranteed profit. Okay, now this was the case of 2012 to 13. Now in case of 13 to 14, let me explain this thing. In 13 to 14 there was loss. Okay, now according to the formula, guaranteed profit minus actual profit, right? So if we take guaranteed profit as, this is for your understanding only I am doing, okay, 15,000 minus, okay, according to the formula, guaranteed profit minus actual profit. Now in this year there was loss, so we have to write 2 minus here. Why this minus? This minus indicates loss, and this minus is according to the formula. Okay, so 15,000 minus 12,000. So minus minus, it will be plus. So 15,000 minus minus plus will be 12,000. Okay, and it will become 27,000. So the actual deficiency will be 27,000. So here we will write, in the year 2013 to 14, 27,000. Okay, I hope this calculation is clear. According to the formula, for calculating deficiency, the formula is guaranteed profit minus actual profit. Here guaranteed profit for 2013 to 14 was 15,000, and now minus according to the formula. Now this minus, why we have written this minus? Because there was loss, so minus 12,000. So now as we all know the rule, minus minus it becomes plus. So 15,000 plus 27,000, 15,000 plus 12,000, we will get 27,000. So the total deficiency for 13 to 14 is 27,000. Now this is the deficiency for 2011 to 12, and this is the deficiency, means for 2013 to 14 the deficiency is 27,000. Now who will meet this deficiency? This deficiency will be met by X and Y. Okay, here I have written C, it will be Z. Okay, Z's guaranteed profit, Z's actual profit. Okay, now as I told you, who will meet this deficiency? X and Y. In which ratio? Suppose if there was no Z, then what is the ratio? If there was no Z, 12:8. That means 12:8 means X will bond here, X will bond. So in the first year, how much X will bond? 3000 into, as I was telling you, if there was no Z, okay, then what is the ratio? 12:8. 12:8 means 12. Here we will write 12 by 12 plus 8 will take only up to this, because this is Z and they both of them are going to bear, so we will take 12:8. Okay, so now 12 plus 8 is 20, so it will be 12 by 20. So 3000 into 12 by 20, the calculation will be 1800. So X will bond in the first year, that is 11 to 12, 1800 of the deficiency, and Y will bond, same calculation, 3000 into, the ratio was 12:8 means 8 by 20, so it will be 1200. So this is the case for first year. Now in the second year there was no deficiency, so it will be dash. Now in the third year, what was the amount of deficiency? 27,000. So it will be 27,000 into 12 by 20. So it will be 16,200. And again for Z, so for Y, it will be 27,000 into 8 by 20. So the amount will be 10,800. So in the first year the deficiency will be 3000, X will bond 1800, Y will bond 1200. In the second year the deficiency will be 27,000, X will bond 16,200 and Y will bond 10,800. So this is the table, or this is the working note. Now we will do the journal entries. So for journal entries, first we will do for 2011 to 12. So I am writing here 2011 to 12. Now as I told you, first we need to share the profit. So profit and loss appropriation account debited. So in the first year, what was the entire profit of the firm? 60,000. Okay, 60,000. Okay, now who are the partners? First it will be X capital account. What should be the share? 60,000 into, what was the ratio? 12:8:5. So share will be 12 by 5. So the actual share will be 12 by 25, not 5, 12 by 25. So actual share will be, in the credit side we will write 28,800 for X. Now come to Y. To Y's capital account, 60,000 into, what was the share? 8 by 25. So here we will write 8 by 25. The share will be 19,200. Now for Z, to Z's capital account, 60,000 into, what was the share of Z? 5 by 25. So we'll write here 5 by 25 dash, and the share of profit for Z is 12,000. So this is the profit if we assume that there was no guarantee. So here we will write, being profit distributed to partners as if there was no guarantee profit, no guaranteed profit. Okay, so this is the first entry of the first year. Now in the first year there was a guaranteed amount, right? Means there was a deficiency. So we will write who are the guaranteeing partners, X and Y. So first we will write X capital account debited. How much deficiency is meeting? 1800. So we'll write here 1800. Y's capital account debited. Okay, now in the year 2011 to 12, how much he is going to give to C? 1200. So we'll write here 1200. And who is the guaranteed partner? Z is the guaranteed partner. I told you Z is the guaranteed partner. So we'll write 2 Z's capital account 3000. Okay, here we can write being deficiency borne by, who are the guaranteeing partners? X and Y. So you can write here directly X and Y. Okay, so this is the journal, these are the journal entries for the first year. Now coming to the next year, that is 12 to 13, there was no deficiency, right? Because why there was no deficiency? We can say because the guaranteed profit is 15,000, but Z's actual profit is 18,000, which is more than the guaranteed amount. So there is no case of compensating the amount or anything like that. So in this year, means in the second year 2012 to 13, we will only share the profit. Okay, so we will write here profit and loss appropriation account debited. What was the total profit of the firm? 90,000. So we will write here 90,000 to X capital account 90,000 into, according to their share of profit, it will be 12 by 25, to Y's capital account, it will be 90,000 into 8 by 25, and to Z's capital account, it will be 90,000 into 5 by 25. Now the amounts will be, for X it will be 43,200, for Y it will be 28,800, and for Z it will be 18,000. Okay, now since there was no guarantee, means there was no deficiency, we will write here directly being profit distributed to partners in profit sharing ratio. Okay, there was loss. Okay, so how loss is shared? So for loss, what should be the journal entry? Partners capital account debited, and profit and loss account, profit and loss appropriation account will be credited. So now who are the partners over here? So here I will write first 2013 to 14, X capital account debited. Now what was the loss? 60,000. So 60,000 into 12 by 25, 60,000 into 12 by 25. For Y, Y's capital account, 60,000 into 8 by 25, that one will also be debited. Okay, X capital account is debited, Y's capital account is debited. Then Z's capital account, again 60,000 into 5 by 25, that is also debit. So the amount will be, for X it will be 28,800, for Y the amount will be 19,200, and for Z it will be 12,000. Okay, to profit and loss appropriation account, what was the total loss? 60,000. Okay, this is the journal entry in case of loss. Okay, so we will write here, being loss distributed to partners as if there was no guaranteed profit. Okay, but in this case there is guaranteed profit, and so how much is the deficiency? 27,000. So for this we need to show the journal entry. Now as per journal entry, guaranteeing partners capital account debited. So who are the guaranteeing partners over here? X capital account debited, then Y's capital account debited to Z's capital account. Now how much deficiency was met by X in the third year? It is 16,200. Okay, so here we will write 16,200. Okay, then in Y's capital account, how much deficiency met? Y has met 10,800. So we will write in the debit side 10,800. To Z's capital account, in total it will be 27,000. Okay, now the narration will be, being deficiency borne by X and Y. Okay, so third year is also done.